Bulabinaka, my name is Litia and I'm from the beautiful island of Laos and I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks.
My name is Casey, I'm from Tabua. We love Today FM in Tabua. Today FM rocks.
My name is Selina, I'm from Tavenga Vengamba. I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks.
Pula, my name is Carlo. I love listening to the music in Today FM, in Malak Island. Today FM rock.
Today's hit music on Today FM.
In the news tonight, over 200 possible tax evasion cases investigated. E-ticketing system won't affect bus fare subsidy recipients. And Miss Today FM crowned Miss Digicel Bulla 2017.
From the studios of FBC Suva, Jackie Spate.
The Fiji Revenue and Customs Authority has more than 200 cases of possible tax evasion that they're currently looking into. Chief Executive Viswanath Das says while the whistleblower policy has been effective, they are now amending legislation to further clamp down on tax evaders, which could see fines as high as $50,000 and imprisonment of up to 10 years. Maggie Boyle with this exclusive story.
There are only two things certain in life, it's been said, death and paying your taxes. However, the former, it seems, is being evaded by many.
And I think, if you were to ask the number of companies or, cases, it's not necessarily only companies, it could be sole proprietors as well, partnerships as well. So, we have on record, more than 200 cases reported.
And while the whistleblower policy has been effective with a number of tip-offs paying off, the penalty regime will be strengthened.
So now the penalty has increased to $25,000 and some places it's $50,000 as well as imprisonment up to 10 years. So this simply sends the message that we are serious about addressing non-compliance.
This week, the FRCA announced their biggest payout of $250,000 to a whistleblower, which Das says isn't an easy ask.
We have a scoring matrix. The whistleblower gives us information. It is not as simple as just picking up a phone and giving us a call to say go and check on this guy. He's gotten he's evading taxes. According to the whistleblower policy, the informant has to provide information and documents.
And soon FRCA will be able to name those businesses found evading taxes.
We are actually currently pursuing to sort of explore into bringing a legislation in terms of shame and sign. So really then we can start naming businesses that's defrauding the state.
Tax evasion is a widespread issue according to Das, with their office bombarded with constant calls and queries. While they've been able to recover millions of dollars in unpaid taxes, it's believed there's even millions more to be collected. Maggie Boyle, FBC News.
Senior citizens and persons with disabilities will continue to benefit from the bus fare subsidies when the e-ticketing system formally comes into effect from October. Over 55,000 senior citizens and 3,000 persons with disabilities are registered under the subsidy scheme. Savada Thambor reports.
The Social Welfare Ministry will soon announce the dates from when people who qualify for fare concession can collect their e-transport cards from its various departments.
So this card for them would mean they wouldn't have to carry cash. And also currently some bus companies are not honoring the 50% subsidies that's been granted to senior citizens. So with the cashless bus fare initiative, it will mean that there is no way to go around it, so that these Fijians who are beneficiaries of government's initiatives for bus fare subsidies can finally take the benefit of what's been offered to them by government.
Over 650,000 cards will be distributed to passengers in different categories, and the cards are color differentiated to passenger types for ease of recognition.
With the respective students will be given the cards. We also very generously have a deal with Vodafone. Should the school students lose their card, similarly with those beneficiaries of the Ministry of Poverty Alleviation, if they lose their card, Vodafone actually replace it free of cost. So we're very thankful for them to do that. Of course, please, does not mean you keep on losing your cards, because there's no, after the third time, then you'll actually have to pay a cost for replacement of the card.
The e-transport will be rolled out from tomorrow to give the public reasonable time until the end of December to get used to the system. The public will only be able to pay their bus fare using an e-transport card from 1st October. Sabira Tambua, FBC News.
Miss Today FM Ashika Menon is Miss Digicel Bula Festival Queen for 2017. The 18-year-old was representing Fiji Broadcasting Corporation as Miss Today FM and beat 8 other contestants to win the crown. Ritika Pratap reports.
Ashika Menon could not hold her tears when she was announced the winner. She acknowledged everyone who supported her during her journey.
I feel so relieved and relaxed and thankful at the same time. And I'm so blessed to be given this opportunity to present Nandi and be crowned Miss Digicel Bula Festival 2017.
Menon also scooped the Best Sarong Award earlier in the week. She will now represent Nandi to the Miss Fiji pageant at the end of this year. Today FM program's director Alan Stevens says the journey to success was a tough one.
It's taken a long process to get here. We had to do auditions, go through all of that. We also had to do up floats here to get people together to support her, get likes and all that. So it's been a really difficult journey to get here. But it's more difficult for her because she's the one that's in the front. We're just a support team, and I'm just glad that we had the right formula for this one.
Meanwhile, Miss Property Expert Samantha Agai is the first runner-up in Miss Charity, while Miss Sharma Music Centre, Maria Vuki Vuki tagged at 3rd place. Miss Nongo Itau Handicraft Archana Narayan is Miss Photogenic and Best Talent, while the Miss Personality title goes to Miss Lunchbox Mariah Musu. Ritika Pratap, FBC News.
The 2017 Dovata Northern Crime Prevention Carnival officially opened last night at the Demota Grounds in Lambasa. The yearly carnival aims to help police reduce the crime statistics in the north through a community approach. Eleanor Turangaiviu reports.
The 2017 Northern Crime Prevention Carnival got off to a great start last night with a huge turnout from the public. The carnival has been held for 5 years now to help raise awareness on crime and look at ways to fight it.
The theme for this carnival is Dovata for everyone's safety. The Northern Division Crime Prevention Carnival had started in 2012 and have been very successful.
The 7-day event will aim to encourage community partnership with police. Chief guest, the Divisional Secretary Northern Sokotima reiterated, fighting crime is everyone's responsibility.
The organizing committee, through partnership with police force, are working together to assist our vulnerable community and individuals and work together to reduce crime rate in the Northern Division. Through this partnership, it has played a significant role in shifting public's perception of the role of the Fiji Police Services and its efforts towards crime prevention.
There are 5 categories of contestants for the carnival. In the Queen's category, there are 6 contenders for the crown, while there are 5 in the King's category. The Teens category sees 6 contenders, the Princess category 5, and the new category Priscilla sees 6 contenders.
The reason I chose to take part in this carnival to advocate on the topic bullying. Advocacy message for this year is child emotional abuse.
And my advocacy message for this year is violence against women.
Proceeds from this year's carnival will be used to set up CCTV cameras in Lambasa town. The carnival ends on August 5th. Eleanor Turangaiviu, FBC News.
Still to come, Lautoka Hospital receives much-needed dental equipment. And tonight we bring you the success story of Vidya Larkin.
Moala rara ranavika, o tikongona tauna singatoka, ando talifaka na wakaronga ng Bula FM, nambanduwa na sere.
Yalo rasu buni kurnambili, iborani batukara hambara binaranga, do talitakina na wakaronga ng Bula FM, nambanduwa na sere. Bula!
Bula FM, number 2 en seri.
The budget allocation to dentistry is often low and regarded as underrated and undervalued. Smiles for the Pacific executive Dr. Brian Whitley told FBC News that Fiji is not alone, as this is the case in New Zealand and other parts of the world. Ropate Valeme reports.
This Smile for the Pacific has donated more than $200,000 worth of dental equipment to the Lautoka Hospital, as it believes oral health is important and should be given priority in the health system.
So the plan for this department, in conjunction with the Smiles for the Pacific, is to
upgrade the facility, so improve the operating chairs that he has, provide him with additional equipment and consumables.
The group comes to Fiji once a year to provide training to dental professionals in Lautoka. Dr. Whitley says they are also looking at assisting dentists in Lambasa as well.
We could contain a load of dental equipment to Lambasa in the near future. And we had our first visit to Lambasa over the weekend, which was very well received and very exciting for them.
Deputy National Advisor for Oral Health, Dr. Chone Turangaluva, says this equipment will assist them with the service delivery.
Right now, we here in Fiji, we are still trying to reach the standard for our equipments to be able to serve our community well.
A dentist at the hospital will also be sent to New Zealand on scholarship for further training. Ropata Valemei, FBC News.
Recent road upgrade along Visama Road outside Nausori will soon end years of struggle by residents. Visama vegetable farmer Raju Prasad says the upgraded road has given them easy market access even on rainy days. Prasad says this is a great relief to farmers because bad road conditions has always been a challenge for them. The roadwork included the clearing of vegetation and block drainage and the grading of a kilometre of Visama Road to restore road formation with particular attention to drainage. Visama Road serves more than 200 residents along with Dalo, beef and vegetable farmers. It's very difficult to find someone who has dedicated nearly half of his life as a volunteer in sporting federations. A very familiar face in sports, Vidya Lakan joined the industry almost 5 decades ago and is still going strong. In our successful Fijian story tonight, Vashnil Prasad caught up with Lakan, who shares his journey in administrating some of the top sporting bodies.
Successful Fijians is brought to you by the Fiji Development Bank, your partner in progress.
It all began 58 years back when the current golf course captain Vidya Lakan got involved in sports.
When I was in Nandi in 1959, there was no hockey association in Nandi, so some of us got together and formed the Nandi Hockey Association, and I became the first secretary.
Lakan, who's originally from Ba, has also served Fiji Association of Sports and National Olympic Committee for 34 years as treasurer, secretary and the president.
1980, after the 79 games of which I was competition manager for tennis, I volunteered to become treasurer of Fasanok, and I told them for 5 years. But I ended up as in Fasanok as treasurer for 17 years. Then I became secretary of Fasanok, then president of Fasanok.
Lakan described his journey as a tough one. Fasanok had only $97,000 in their account when Lakan joined them in 1980. But now the sporting body has $3 million worth of properties.
I was given the assets of Fasanok in 2 beer cartons, and they were just books and nothing else. Plus we had about 97,000 cash in the bank, which was the proceeds from the 79 games. So during my time as treasurer, I convinced my colleagues that we needed to invest the money, and the result of that was we bought Suva Apartments.
In 2003, while being in charge of Fasanok, Lakan also took a step forward and was elected as the president of the Pacific Games Council.
South Pacific Games had a lot of potential. So that's when I said I want to take leadership and control. So
it's surely unbelievable to know that in his entire life, Lakan has always served as a volunteer in sports.
I am today is because of sports. Sports made me the man I am today. So I think I owe sports a lot. I don't think I would ever be able to repay sports what I got through sport.
So now the question arises as to how he ran his daily life.
Well, I worked for Air New Zealand for 40 years, and after 40 years I resigned. But my working life was about 45 years, and during that time I was contributing to Fiji National Provident Fund, so I had a reasonable pension.
Lakan, who can be called a master when it comes to sports administration, has a simple advice to the youths of our country.
You have a leader, and if you think that you can do a better job then your leader, then you challenge that leader, stand for election against him. But if you have a leader who you think is doing a job better than you can, then you must support that leader.
He's a person with mission, vision, determination and most of all honesty. His name will surely go into the history books of Fiji as one of the best leaders when it comes to sports in the country. Vashnil Prasad, FBC News.
Successful Fijians was brought to you by the Fiji Development Bank, your partner in progress.
In sports ahead, venue for the Fairbrother Challenge yet to be confirmed. And the Manivalu shines in Crusaders win. Details after the break.
I'm Andrea Sorbakroa of Nayabu Wendibuga Telebu. Whenever I want to tune in to listen to great music, I always tune in to my favorite radio station, Gold FM, only the classic.
My name is Lita. We love listening to Gold FM here at the Fiji Hideaway Resort and Spa. Gold FM, only the classic hits.
We here at Tano Waterfront Lautoka love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Gold FM, only the classic hits.
The Suva Rugby Union is still deciding on its next venue for the next HFC Bank Fairbrother Challenge match. Although the side has decided they'll play Namosi, it's uncertain where they will play the game. Vashnil Prasad reports.
Wonderful finish by Suva.
With the NZ Stadium booked for Dean's competition, the Suva Rugby Union is currently in talks with the Fiji Sports Council for a venue to host Namosi. Another option for the side is to take the game to Nausori's Ratu Thakambau Park.
Semi-final of the Deans is at the stadium. That will be on the Suva management to decide. But we will be up there for the defense.
Despite that, the Suva players are still in celebration mode after beating Nanronga yesterday. The side has not only beaten the Giants, but have also broken some long-standing records.
That was the special moment, because the last time Suva won here was way back in 2005, and our coach fully scored the last minute try in that year. So we just told ourselves that we want to create history.
For the Stallions, who have already secured the Skipper Cup title, it was hard for them to digest the 24-23 loss to Suva in its second challenge.
This trophy means a lot to us, but unfortunately we couldn't make it today. But we give thanks to the Lord, who's giving us strength.
Suva plays Namosi next Saturday. Vashnil Prasad, FBC Sports.
The Vodafone Fiji Sevens coach Gareth Baber believes the competition will be very tough heading into the next season in December. Baber says the players will play a key role in order to look after themselves to survive throughout the season.
Absolutely. You look at all the concepts of high performance. You look at the way that you can squeeze as much as you can out of every player that you're going to have, and you put pressure on your environment to make sure that coaches and players are all aligned to what the mission is this year. And the mission is obviously to perform to our best of our capabilities.
Fijian winger said that the Manivalu grabbed 2 tries as a ruthless Crusaders team marched past the Chiefs' 27-13 advance to their 12th Super Rugby final. Brian Hall and Israel Dag also got a try each in the epic final in Christchurch. Vashnil Prasad reports. The Lions recovered from being 3-22 down on 38 minutes to beat the Hurricanes 44-29 and secure home final against the Crusaders. The Lautoka football side continues with its unbeaten run in the Vodafone Premier League. Lautoka thumped Raki Raki 4-0 with goals coming from David Randingai, Samuel Ndrundru, Lesari Ngalida and Navnil Nand. Up in the Northern Division, Lambasa beat Rewa 4-0 at Subrel Park. Christopher Wasasala scored a brace of goals, while Ratu Anare and Antonio Tuivuna got a goal each for the side. In a match earlier, Setareki Hughes and Ravinesh Karan Singh's goals helped Suva beat Riketi 2-0. Fiji women's basketball team finished 6th in the Asia Cup B Division playoffs in India this morning. Fiji went down to Singapore by 80-65 in the 5th place playoffs. Milikoe Mainavure was awarded as the top performer for the national side in the game. Meanwhile, India were crowned the champions as they beat Kazakhstan 75-73. It It was cloudy with some showers experienced over Vanua Levu, Taveuni and nearby smaller islands, Lomaiviti and Lau Group, the eastern parts and interior of the larger islands today. Looking at the west, cloudy conditions with brief showers prevailed. Ba and Nandi recorded 27 degrees while Lautoka was on 26 degrees. In the Eastern Division, it was similar conditions. Temperatures dropped to 25 degrees. In Vanua Levu, it was fine in the morning, but cloudy conditions prevailed in the afternoon. Temperatures in both divisions stood at 26 degrees. At sea, southeast winds 15 to 20 knots, moderate to rough seas, moderate southerly swells. The next high tide will be at 12:36 tomorrow morning, with the low tide at 6:56. Sunrise will be at 6:34. For tomorrow, it's cloudy with some showers over Vanua Levu, Taveuni and nearby smaller islands, Lomaiviti and Lau Group, the eastern parts and interior of the larger islands, cloudy periods with brief showers elsewhere. And the outlook for Tuesday, it's fine apart from brief showers over the eastern parts and interior of the larger islands. Recapping the main stories. Over 200 possible tax evasion cases investigated. E-ticketing system won't affect bus fare subsidy recipients, and Miss Today FM crowned Miss Digicel Bulla 2017. For these stories and others, you can tune in daily to our sister radio station Gold FM. This week's poll question, we are asking, are there enough marriage counsellors in Fiji? Visit our FBC website to answer. Send us newsworthy pictures and videos on email fbcnews@fbc.com.fj or share it with us via Facebook page FBC News. You can also follow and tweet us your news tips at FBC_news or simply hashtag FBC News. That was your FBC News for tonight. From the team and I, have a safe and enjoyable evening. Good night.
मैं प्रेमिला वायरुकू रेकी से सुबह मेरी आँख खुलती है तो मैं मिर्ची एफएम सुनती हूँ। मिर्ची एफएम इज नंबर 1, इट्स सो हॉट।
हम लोग बार टाउन के कैरियर ड्राइवर लोगों ने हम लोग के मिर्ची एफएम सुनो अच्छा लगे। मिर्ची एफएम इज हॉट।
हाय, मैं संध्या नारियल रेफ्रिकी से मेरे सारे दोस्त मिर्ची एफएम सुनते हैं। मिर्ची एफएम इज हॉट, आई लव मिर्ची एफएम।
हमें स्पिन टोटो ताबुआ के मिर्ची एफएम में सबसे अच्छा गाना बजे।
मिर्ची एफएम, इट्स हॉट।